Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 14 of the Unlimited Characters podcast, hosted by yours truly, Entertainment. It's opening day or opening week of the NFL. Bears opener this Sunday. Got the hat already rocking and rolling, saving the jersey for this weekend. We got the Chiefs versus the Ravens in an AFC championship rematch this Thursday, opener on NBC. And then Friday night, first time I think the NFL is ever doing this. They're having a Friday night game during opening week. It might be the first Friday night game ever, but it's definitely the first Friday night game during opening week. And that's going to be the Green Bay Packers versus Philadelphia Eagles. And that's in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. So, man, I'm excited. NFL opening week. I don't even know how to contain myself. Today's Tuesday. It's a short week. Shout out to Labor Day. Shout out to everybody that works hard, does everything out there for everybody. All of us working, but basically, it's a shortened week at this point. Tuesday. Tomorrow's already Wednesday, which I don't know how to tell you this, but that means the day after that's Thursday. And that means NFL football is back with the Super Bowl defending champion, Kansas City Chiefs, hosting the Baltimore Ravens. And like I said, that's a rematch of the AFC Championship last year. Kansas City won that game 17-10. It was pretty much a nail-biter, crazy game. For those of you guys that don't remember, I think Patrick Mahomes threw like a last-minute throw to Valdez-Scantling, former Green Bay Packer, that pretty much sealed the game. And even though it was 17-10, Kansas City kind of had the lead the majority of the game. Lamar Jackson, for those of you guys that don't remember either, last year's NFL MVP out of the AFC. So another disappointing kind of end for his season as they came up short against the Kansas City Chiefs. So another year, Chiefs running it back. They're going for the first three-peat, I think, almost since, let's see, when's the last time a three-peat happened? I don't even know. Three-peat NFL, question mark? No, so no team has ever won 3 Super Bowls in a row. So Kansas City Chiefs, they're going for the third Super Bowl win in a row this year. And, I think it's definitely doable. Last year, kind of a down year for them. They didn't look too dominant throughout the whole season, kind of had a makeshift wide receiver staff put together. This year, they got Rashee Rice. They added, who was this dude? Xavier Worthy, rookie. Obviously, Travis Kelce coming back. Isaiah Pacheco another year. And I don't expect Patrick Mahomes to have in his own version a down season. So a lot going on this year for the NFL. Kansas City, probably the best chance in a while for a team to actually three-peat and pull that off. Obviously, health and all that is a different story. But if everybody's healthy, I think they definitely have a shot. And right off the bat, AFC rematch championship against the Ravens. Ravens have a lot to prove. Everybody's already always giving Lamar a ton of shit. So, Lamar's got to come out, ball out, do his thing, which he always does. But it seems like he kind of comes up short a little bit in the playoffs. Maybe not. Maybe he does, though. But you look back, and, that's kind of what you expect. They haven't really had any receivers either that are super noteworthy or players that are reliable. A lot of the guys they've had are kind of up-and-coming. People like Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, who they've had, who, hasn't really lived up to the hype or stayed healthy. But it's going to be exciting. Let's see what's going on here. NFL.com, y'all, though. But KC, Baltimore, and I really wish, do some more with the website here, NFL. They don't even have squat going on here, but this game's going to be, on NBC, 7:20 p.m. Central Standard Time. I think I might be doing a live stream on Twitch for that, so keep your eyes open on social media. I'll let y'all know. But, man, it's crazy that they just jump off the season right away with this game, straight to it. We remember last year's season opener, Aaron Rodgers got hurt. That was kind of fucked up in itself, and he'll be making his debut or his second debut again. He only lasted 4 snaps last year. But, man, take a look at this right here. 36-35, that was last September. So it's kind of wild. They had this, kind of defensive struggle in the playoffs, which is what you expect. But 2021, damn, that's the last time they met the regular season. My bad. So it's been a while. But 36-35, who knows if that's even accurate. This is kind of ass. NFL, step it up. I don't like their website. I don't know what they're doing. So that's game one, man, Thursday. Go lock in. Check out stats. I don't even know if I'm going to bet on that game, but if I would, I think I'd go with the Ravens, honestly. It's kind of actually, though, I don't know, because people still doubting the Chiefs, man. What, Patrick Mahomes wasn't even ranked as a #1 player this year, which is absurd. So I think he's going to have some stuff to prove on that part. Let's see, ESPN better. What do you guys think? Drags a little bit to load. All right, they got a little bit more going on. See, NFL, take some notes. NFL.com, what are you guys doing? All right, so we could see here 720, Peacock, bada boom, bada bing. Chiefs total. And I forgot about that, bro. Derrick Henry, newest pickup for the Ravens. So that's adding like an entire different element. I don't want to play this video. My bad. But Derrick Henry doesn't want to pause. Back to what I was saying. Ravens added Derrick Henry. Big offseason addition. I mean, he's a stud coming out of the Tennessee Titans. Let's see if you could take a look at some of his stats here. I mean, historically, dude is just a monster, a freak of nature, to say the least, and really just kind of been a hidden gem on the Titans. He didn't really get a lot of notoriety in terms of, like, playoffs. I mean, he's had to play with, like, Ryan Tannehill, Will Levis last year. But you take a look, I mean, career-wise, he has 9,500 rushing yards, 90 touchdowns, averages 9.4 yards a carry, which is just absolutely insane. So dude is just an absolute monster. How many last year? I mean, pretty much what? Every year where he plays a full season after his first 2 years, he's had over 1,000 rushing yards. 2020, he had over 2,000 rushing yards. Last year, in kind of like a down year, he was splitting some with Tajay Spears, rookie quarterback. Before that was another scrub quarterback. So you don't even want to give into that. This is probably going to be the best team Derrick Henry's ever played on. And who knows what is he going in to be? What's his age now? He's 30. He'll turn 31 coming up in January. So, man, honestly, it's crazy. It's the NFL. I think the Ravens are just going to run him to death. I mean, pardon death. We'll take that out. Run him into the ground. Let's put it a nicer way. So, man, you think about it, what? Going into his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th season in the NFL, dude has had, what, over 300 carries 3 times, over 200 carries 6 times in his career. And he's just a workhorse, bro. And he's a freak of nature, so I don't think he's going to get hurt. But I think the reason of bringing him in, the Ravens always have a really good running offense. But these dudes they've had, Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, who else am I thinking out there? There's somebody else that I'm thinking of, and I can't remember. But a lot of these running backs that they've had that just kind of like get injured, they haven't been able to sustain it. They've been doing it by committee. Now you bring in a workhorse like Derrick Henry. Last year, the Tennessee Titans kind of pulled back on him, which I get it. But I think the Ravens maybe opposite mindset. Let's just try to get a year or two out of him, do the most that we can, take advantage of this window we have with Lamar, and take it from there. But it's going to be great, man. Another crazy season, 17 games. Don't forget about that. So a little bit different of a wrinkle being thrown in. So don't forget, y'all, Derrick Henry. Last year, 280 carries, first in the NFL, second in yards, 7th in touchdowns, but he was on a kind of bogus team. So fantasy-wise, though, it'll be interesting to see who's taking what from who. Is Lamar taking away touchdowns from Derrick Henry? Is Derrick Henry taking them away from Lamar? I think common sense kind of tells you it's probably going to be Derrick Henry taking away from Lamar, because I don't think they want to keep running Lamar. That's kind of maybe a reason that in the playoffs ends up faltering, because you can't do all that same little easy pickup stuff that you're doing in the regular season. In the playoffs, they're going to go for it. But the Friday night game, let's get back. Where you at, Friday? Friday night game in the NFL, y'all. That's crazy. And I was looking at something today. I'd had to pull it up, but they're saying something like the NFL wants to do like an opening week where they're going to have a game like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm like, bro, NFL taking over. Which, I mean, they already kind of did, but they're going crazy. Let's see what else. All right, there we go. Pull this up real quick. Yeah, so second game. Oh, Sao Paulo. I was wrong. I thought it was in Rio. So it's in Sao Paulo. Packers versus Eagles. On Peacock, y'all. So it's kind of silly, but Thursday, NBC. That'll be regular NBC, also streaming on Peacock, which owns NBC. But Friday, you exclusively had to have Peacock if you want to watch this game. So if you don't already have it, go get it. You probably could wait till that day to get a free trial, but there's going to be a ton of games on Peacock this season. After I talk a little bit about this game, I'm going to talk about places where all the different places are going to be streaming the NFL this year, which is getting out of hand. You thought cable was doing us bogus. Streaming has come to take all your bread. So Friday, Packers versus Eagles, kind of like two opposite stories last year. Packers started off okay, finished off strong, had a big win in the playoffs against the Cowboys, had a couple good quarters against the Niners. The Eagles, the complete opposite. You know, last year they started off really hot, and then they kind of just like fell apart as the season went on. They ended up, I think they did make the playoffs, but they ended up getting taken out in the first round. Just a ton of drama. I think they are bringing in a new offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, coming in, former Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator. I think last year, the last couple of years, he was with the Chargers. Then the Packers, you know, kind of running the back. A lot of people really high on the Packers. Obviously, I'm not. I'm from Chicago, the real city, not from Green Bay or whatever. And yeah, I get it. You guys have had Brett Favre. You've had Aaron Rodgers. But we good. We got Caleb now. But Jordan Love, ton of hype coming in right now with him, man. Everybody's kind of high. I've seen people pick the Packers going to the Super Bowl, which to me, I get it. They've had a good defense, but come on, bro. They're not that good. I think a lot of people forget they were not even doing too well going into the last 3-4 games of the year. They beat a bunch of like up and coming players. Let me pull that up real quick. I know they beat us, which was with a Justin Fields, who's not even starting on the Steelers. So Packers schedule last year. So a lot of people really high on the Packers, picking them to win either the division in the NFC North or at least make it. But let's see real quick. I'm going to check out 2023. Here we go. So they were what? 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 and 5. 3 and 6. They were 3 and 6. Then they won 6 out of their last 8. One of those, there was a win against Detroit and Kansas City, which obviously were really good teams. But then to finish the season and actually make the playoffs, they ended up beating the Panthers, who were horrible. They gave the Bears a number 1 pick, Bryce Young, rookie season. Minnesota, who had lost Kirk Cousins. I think they were playing like Nick Mullins, or maybe it was Dotson at that time. I don't even remember. And then they beat the Bears 17-9. And that was with Justin Fields leading the Chicago Bears. So not too impressive to me. Obviously, the playoffs, different story. They went out to Dallas, obliterated the Cowboys, who always jag, 48-32. Then they lost to San Francisco, 24-21. So right now, a ton of people high up on them. Jordan Love got paid. Shout out to that. I never want to hate on somebody getting their money. But I think a lot of it's premature, man. You know, people always talk about, taking taking a step back their second year. So what's going to happen with the Packers, man? You know, a lot of people are like, they're going to take this next step. They have the experience. I think it might be the opposite. I think Jordan Love, that happens sometimes. People, I don't think, were expecting too much out of him. He came in, balled out. Packers, too, I don't think they have the most reliable receiving core. They have a bunch of decent guys. I don't think they have a guy. So I don't think they're going to be as great. I think the defense is going to be really good. But I think the Eagles, too, just to go into them a little bit, you know, they got a lot of proof. We'll see what happens. Same thing with Hurts. You know, he got paid a big amount last year, was kind of hurt. No pun intended on his name. But he didn't really ball out the most towards the end. There was rumors of him and Coach Nick Sirianni having some type of like beef with each other. Who knows about that? So both teams really, I think, have a lot of hype, and I get the reasons, but I think both might struggle a little bit more than others think. And they're both playing in, you know, the NFC, which is a lot more competitive than it has been in a while. A lot more teams coming up with a lot more competent quarterbacks. NFC North, everybody's already talking about expecting that to be a dogfight. Worst team are the Vikings, and they're at least a good coach team. They always kind of have a solid offensive scheme. They still got Justin Jefferson. They still got Jordan Addison, who's still hurt, but he'll be back eventually. Bears, obviously, up and coming. I'll get into that in a minute. And then you got the Detroit Lions, who They should have made the Super Bowl last year. They jagged the game against the Niners, blew the fourth quarter lead, and pretty much had that in the bag. Should have been in the Super Bowl. They're running it back. Packers obviously in that division. So going to be tough, but they're opening it up. Green Bay at the Eagles in Sao Paulo, Brazil, 9-6. So this Friday on Peacock. And that kind of segues in going into the just amount of places now you got to go to find an NFL game this year is ever so increasing. So I was looking around. I know I've been hearing about it. You see a bunch of tweets about it on X or Twitter, which I still want to keep calling it, about all the different places you got to go now. So these are the places where you could legally watch every regular season game in the NFL in 2024. So CBS and Fox, they'll have the Sunday afternoon games, those 1 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern games that we're all used to. They'll have the AFC and NFC games for the playoffs. So if your local team's playing during any time at 1 or 4, they're most likely going to be Fox or CBS if you're in that local market. Then next network that's going to have games, NBC, they're going to be hosting Sunday night games. ESPN, they'll be hosting Monday night games. And then Amazon Prime, they'll be hosting Thursday night games. And that's not it. Just don't forget, Netflix also will be hosting 2 games on Christmas. So far you got CBS, you got Fox, you got NBC, ESPN, Amazon Prime Video, Netflix. 6 different places. Some of them are going to be on the same streaming service. Maybe if you get like a YouTube TV Sling, you could get them. You're definitely going to have to go out and get Prime Video if you don't have it to watch those Thursday night games, and Netflix, which pretty much everybody got some type of way. They're going to host 2 games on Christmas. So absolutely bonkers right now, the amount of places you got to go. So CBS and Fox for afternoon, 1 p.m., 4 p.m. NBC is going to have Sunday night games. ESPN is going to have Monday night games. Amazon Prime Video is going to have your Thursday night games. And then Netflix is going to be hosting 2 games on Christmas. So make a list, put it somewhere, save it, check it twice, because you got to make sure you know where to watch these games. And now more than ever, you got to log in, check like 5-6 different streaming services. So cable definitely came, had its moment. Streaming came now, finessing us even harder. I don't know how we got into this point, but you literally got to have, 6 different apps to watch these games. So, man, 2024, man. Who's going to talk about this? Donald Trump, Kamala Harris. Let's propose something to get NFL back on just like CBS and Fox. Stop putting it on everything else. And I get it. You know, they're trying to get viewership. I saw somebody asking about the Amazon Prime thing on a podcast. They had a good point. They're like, yo, kids, people watch everything on Amazon. So if the NFL wants to get to more average viewers, there's probably way more people streaming Amazon at this point than going on to like DirecTV or somewhere at their mom or grandma's house. I have YouTube TV. I pretty much stream everything, so I get it. But it sucks, man. Kind of share with everything. And that's what we were doing before. And then now Netflix, they already caught on to that where you got to be into like your home Wi-Fi. So right now, enjoy it while it can, guys. It's probably going to change up. But that's pretty crazy, right? CBS, Fox, NBC, ESPN, Amazon Prime Video. Like at least somebody, I'm going to sound all cool. Somebody young like me, 31, right? No, but people at least younger that are used to it, you could figure it out. But it's funny, a little bit sad sometimes. You know, you talk to older relatives or people and they're just like, how am I supposed to figure this out? Where am I supposed to go? Start that up. Anybody entrepreneur, start up a class, start up some videos, how to download everything. I guarantee you it's going to smack. I should probably do it. I'm not even taking my own advice. I should do that. This is how you log into CBS, Fox. And that's what the part that sucks too, is that you can't even, like if you live outside of like Chicago, maybe you live somewhere closer to Indiana, you don't even get to pick who you want. So that's the part that sucks. And so if you do want to watch like literally everybody, you got to get NFL, I think, what is it? NFL Ticket, which is like absurdly priced too. This dude did a whole thing on Reddit, which, you know, that's the great reliable source of information. Excuse me. But they just got, this dude did like a deep dive. So if you really want to know everything, And yeah, he says YouTube TV is probably the cheapest, especially if you're getting Sunday Ticket, but that's dead. Sunday Ticket is insane. And then this new NFL Plus, I don't even know what that's all about. Let's take a look at that. NFL Plus. Because right now what I do, YouTube TV, I got that. Peacock, I think I'm going to have to start that back up just because they got too many games on there. And that's hilarious. Why would this be the first person that pops up when you do the NFL Plus app? They're wilding. NFL, come on, man. Come on, NFL. Y'all wilding out. Paid sponsors going crazy. But let's see. I'm trying to see what does it have. Do they tell you? All right, let's take a look, guys. We got to do a deep dive. Is the NFL app worth it? Download the official app of the NFL. So the NFL app gives you, let's see. So the official app of the NFL gives you access to NFL Plus, the latest NFL news, highlights, and stats with NFL Plus Premium. Elevate your football experience with live, local, and primetime games on mobile. NFL Red Zone, NFL Network. What? So get the fantasy app, whatever that means. NFL Network, I guess that's cool. I think that comes with YouTube TV. Download the NFL One app pass, whatever that is. All right, now we got the nitty gritty. Let's get to the fine print. All right, so be the ultimate insider with the official app of the NFL. Your one stop for NFL football. I feel like I'm on Madden. But get close to the action, app your central hub, up to minute scoring. I could do that with every other app. Stay connected with NFL channel and get free NFL content. What does that mean? Watch live out-of-market games, preseason games. What does that do for me? Preseason's over. Catch NFL Network access, stream live and local primetime regular season games. Listen to live audio. Get NFL from where I mean. Watch NFL Red Zone across devices. Subscription required for NFL Plus Premium. Blah, 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 blah. All right, I don't even think it sounds worth it. It just sounds like a ripoff. I don't get it. What NFL games are available? There we go. NFL provides access to live out-of-market preseason, live local and primetime regular season and postseason games. Okay, the season NFL Network has 8 live games. All right. In addition, NFL Plus provides live audio. I guess that's cool. NFL Premium provides access to everything. NFL Red Zone. All right, so how much is it, though? Let's see how much it is. Let's see how much it is. I'm saying like 15. How much does it cost? Damn, that's not bad. That's decent because you could at least watch it. But where do you stream this? Only on your phone? Only on your phone? How do I cancel? Blah, 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 blah. We're trying to find out. Oh, live on your phone or tablet. Meh. I guess that's not bad. Can you AirPlay? Can you, let's see, AirPlay NFL Plus? Yeah, it's not bad. I guess that sounds interesting. Maybe it's worth a try if you don't want to pay for YouTube TV. Fix my head, a little busted. If you don't want to pay for YouTube TV, why not? Go get you a little NFL Plus, $6.99. And you could stream the game on your phone or at least an iPad, which you could, if you know how, cast it. So we'll see. It's probably not that great. If it's only $6.99, that means they haven't done too much yet. Because you know they would tax you if they could. But keep your eyes open, y'all, for where these games are going to be. You could go online right now. It'll tell you where every game is. But like I said, there's going to be a lot of ways where you could legally watch these games in the regular season for the NFL. Stream East. Shout out Stream East. But if you're going to watch them the right way, CBS and Fox, regular cable on the weekends, regular CBS and Fox on Sundays for those 1 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern games, NBC on Sunday night games, ESPN, ABC for Monday night games, Amazon Prime for Thursday. It just doesn't stop. But we still geek for the NFL. I don't know why I don't even know why I did that. I should have did that last. That kind of made me like a little bit pressed to talk about the Bears. But what am I talking about? How could I be pressed? I just remembered we got Caleb Williams. First game coming up this week, and it tweaks me out. I'm watching ESPN, watching Fox Sports, watching YouTube channel, and people are actually genuinely excited for the Chicago Bears. And these are people that aren't from Chicago. These are people, sports analysts from everywhere. And it makes me nervous. It makes me scared. I don't know if we're supposed to believe them or not. Chicago Bears fans, we're like that girl that's had every guy come through that was bogus to her. The nice guy comes. She's like, is this real? Is this happening? That's how I feel about the quarterbacks right now. We've had like every type of quarterback, bogus as they could be. Caleb Williams looks like the real deal. And I just don't know. I don't know if it's true. I feel scarred. It's the scars from these past relationships, the past relationships with quarterbacks. But it's time for a change on. I think it's here. I think Caleb Williams is the truth. And that truth starts this Sunday, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time on Fox. Old school NFL on Fox, not Amazon Prime, not yet, not ESPN. We do have a Monday night game this year. But Caleb Williams, NFL debut, regular season. Rome Odunze, also NFL debut, officially listed second string, which we expected coming off the bench to support Keenan Allen, DJ Moore. Who knows how that's going to go for the rest of the year. But Caleb Williams, man, NFL debut. Can't even say still. I'm just rocking back and forth. I'm holding off as long as I can to get the Caleb Williams jersey. We'll see. Schedule is looking decent. I'm going to go through that right now too. But Caleb Williams, 10 for 20, 170 yards in the preseason. Not a ton of work, but he was named captain on the offensive side amongst, I think, like 7 other players, so 8 total captains. And he's one of them, which, you got to respect that. NFL rookie, for these dudes to actually, vote him and pick him out to be the captain says a lot, says that kind of means like they think he knows what he's doing. They think he knows what he's talking about. But first game, y'all, I need some water. I just got so weak. Got dry mouth, cotton mouth from talking too much. I'm being too excited about your Chicago Bears. Where's that? Caleb Williams, let's go. But man, so first regular season game. Man, let me catch my breath. I got a little pumped up. Get a little too excited. Chicago Bears might be legit contenders. Even when we made the Super Bowl in 2007, I was shocked. We had Rex Grossman, former Florida Gator. Nothing, nothing a slap at. Good, solid guy, but he wasn't anything special. Defense kind of carried us that year, but. All right, I think I've contained myself. Got myself back. So first regular season game with our brand new offense. So obviously led by new quarterback rookie Caleb Williams. We picked up people like DeAndre Swift at running back, Keenan Allen at wide receiver. We also drafted Rome Odunze. And even though DJ Moore's second season with the team, it's another quarterback, a new offensive coordinator as well. So completely revamped offense. They did all kind of play a little bit more than I think most expected during the preseason. They didn't play at all, most of the starters in the preseason finale. So it's been at least 2-3 weeks from the last time they played. But, I don't think it makes a difference. I think they're going to come out, play pretty good, play solid. The good thing is Keenan Allen, DJ Moore are nothing more but solid, great NFL veterans. So, it shouldn't be too hard for Caleb to sink in. I think he's got what it takes. 10 for 20. And a lot of it, sometimes I think in some of those missing completions, a couple of them were, drop passes. One was that incompletion of Rome Odunze in the back of the end zone where he should have been in. And some of them mostly were good throws. Some of them were just miscommunication, which you expect. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. The Titans, like I talked about a little earlier when we talked about the Ravens, they lost Derrick Henry, who's kind of the first person, especially out of the last, 10 years, when you hear the Tennessee Titans name, you think of Derrick Henry. So new revamped team. They added L'Jarius Sneed from the Kansas City Chiefs. Then they have added Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard on offense. So different type of team, all new type of names and faces coming in. They still got DeAndre Hopkins, but they got Will Levis at quarterback, second year out of Kentucky. He played 9 games last year. throwing for 1,808 yards, 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, only 58.4 passing percentage and a QBR of 33.2, but he definitely had some flashes. Looked pretty good. Dude has a giant arm. Pause. But going to be a good game. A lot of people definitely hyping up the Bears, as far as there's even been people like Nick Wright on First Things First saying that the Bears are going to make the Super Bowl. I don't know about all that. I hope he doesn't make the playoffs and get started on the right foot. But let's take a look here real quick. So, yeah, we got the game, 12 o'clock. And this is on ESPN Bet, which, like I said, I don't bet that much or even know how good ESPN's odds are. But they got the Bears right now pretty much as a favorite. We opened as a little bit higher of a favorite, barely, by half a point more. The margin's kind of close, which probably just means there's a lot more money on the Bears, I think is what that means. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't even know. Looks like everybody's going to be playing on our side. I know Keenan Allen, from what I saw today, said he is expected to play. It's going to be a beautiful day in Chicago, guys. I can't even imagine how crazy tailgating is going to be by Soldier Field. Whoever's going to the game, make sure you get out there early, y'all. It is a clusterfuck, to say the least, when you go to Soldier Field. There's one street in, one street out, basically, down Lakeshore Drive. So if you're going to get there early. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Stay safe. Bears versus Titans. Feels like just a brand new era of Bears football, man. I'm legitimately just nervous. I don't know why. Seems like things are going good. I'm like, okay. I've been around for, some successful seasons in Chicago. We had the Blackhawks runs where they were always good, but, I'm not the biggest fan. Then we had the Cubs where, they were making a couple NLCSs. They made the Super Bowl. Oh my God. It's weekend. They made the World Series and won the World Series. But we didn't keep it up. Bulls, I feel like that's also why I'm scarred. Bears never have anybody. Bulls, the last time we've had like a stud player like Derrick Rose. I'm all getting teary-eyed right now. Last time we had Derrick Rose and he got hurt, that was like my freshman year of college. As a sports fan, I'm just not used to us having like a dog like Caleb Williams. I was a child for Michael Jordan, bro. 98, by the time they won, I turned 6 years old that summer. So I remember that one just barely, just a little glimmers and people shooting outside in Chicago after we won. My mom told me to chill, and I went back to the TV, run back away from the window. But, man, I think Caleb Williams is legit, guys. It just makes me so nervous. And I was looking at some, you're just diving in. My YouTube for like 2 weeks was like Bears, 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 Bears. But you gotta calm it down. Today I started doing it again. Went on Bleacher Report. We're, I think, 21st or something like that in the power rankings. And a lot of people still thinking our defense is going to be good. I did hear, I think on Pro Football Focus, some little talk about our offensive line and defensive line maybe still needing some work. Obviously, Montez Sweat is a dog, but maybe someone like Booker, up and coming. We're looking for that second guy with him. And on the offensive line, looks good on paper, but we still got some people, got to prove themselves, got to come back healthy, make sure it works out. And, man, I'm so geeked. But tickets as low as $208, as low. I bet you after the fees, that shit's probably like $250. Little $250. Play fantasy football. No, thank you. Man. But let's take a look at their schedule here. We got to do a little rundown. All right. So schedule opening up, and this year we're playing against, I believe it's the AFC South and the NFC West, which I've been watching football forever, and I never even noticed that. So if you guys don't know, generally you kind of play a certain division or two divisions, and this year we got the AFC South, that's where these three teams are from, 4, 5. Then you got the NFC West, which would be them, and then just a couple randoms in there. So I don't know how that happens. Who knows? I guess I'm wrong. Who knows how we fucking make the schedule? It's confusing. But it does look like NFC West. And then just kind of randomly New England and Washington. So I guess they just throw in whoever. Who knows? But let's take a look here. At Tennessee. Oh, no. Tennessee's coming to us. Then we're at Houston. That's going to be lit. First game right here on Peacock. But I think that's also on NBC. NFL Net. See, this is stupid. This is what I hate. NFL Net. Like, why at 8:30? Where is this? Oh, in London. I'm in London. Got my beats from London. That's going to be kind of active. Going to London for the NFL. It's very fit, bruv. Very fit, bruv. All right, so let's see. We're gonna go through this little thing right now. I gotta make note over here so we can remember. All right, so first game, Tennessee. I think we're getting the dub. We're 1-0. We got one. W. 1. I got it on this other paper, guys. Don't worry. At Houston, I'm going to go out on a limb, say we actually lose that game to Houston. I think it's going to be tough. I think week 1, Tennessee, they also kind of got a young quarterback. I think our team can take advantage of that. We're at home. A lot less pressure, I think, for Caleb. Even though you might think there's more, I think it's kind of lit. Everybody's going to be geeked. He can't really do no wrong. I think no matter what, game 1, people are going to be excited. So I think game 1, we come out, beat Tennessee this weekend. Let's go 1-0. Week 2, Sunday night game, kind of first primetime game in Caleb's career at a really good Houston team indoor. I think Houston beats us. We're 1-1. Next week, week 3 at Indianapolis. They got pretty much like a rookie quarterback. Anthony Richardson last year got hurt after a couple of games, missed the rest of the season. They're going to be pretty good on defense. That game's going to be indoors, second indoor game in a row for Caleb. He probably learned something at Houston, comes back against Indiana. We get a dub. We're 2-1. Bears 2-1 going into week 4. Los Angeles Rams, a lot of people sleeping on them. I think they're going to be solid this year. Matt Stafford, I saw some interviews, says his shoulder feels better than ever, which what else would he say? But I believe him. Cooper Kupp's coming back healthy. Puka Nacua coming out. I think we probably lose at Rams come to Chicago, beat us. Tough game. We're 1-1 on the road at home as well. So 2-2 after 4 weeks. Can't complain. Week 5, Carolina Panthers come in. Forever grateful to the Panthers. Thank you for trading us for the number 1 pick. Thanks for drafting Bryce Young, giving us DJ Moore, and ultimately Caleb Williams. We appreciate you guys, Carolina. But we're going to go in, bust them October 16th. Bears take down the Carolina Panthers. Of course, they're going to suck still. I think they're like almost last in everyone's power rankings. Who knows what they're doing? Bryce Young's about as tall as I am. I don't know how he's playing in the NFL. So Godspeed, Bryce. All right, so next game in London. Jacksonville plays in London almost like every year. Trevor Lawrence got a bag. I think maybe he feels a little bit more secure. Doug Peterson heading into like season 3 with Jacksonville. I think Bears go out to London. Unfortunately, lose that game. We're at 3-3 after 6 weeks. Going into the bye week, and I think that's solid. Going into the bye, 3-3, can't complain. Next game out of the bye, we're going to Washington. I think we get the dub. Number 1 versus number 2 pick. I think Caleb Williams is that kind of guy that takes that stuff to heart, goes in there. And I think the Bears also can knock around, what's his name? Jaden Daniels. Or no, is that? I'm talking about the basketball player probably. Wow. Is it Jalen or Jaden? See, now I got to know. Now we got to know. It's definitely Daniels. No, why is it showing me last year? What did I do? Oh, there we go. Depth chart. I'm trying to always show you everything. I was right, Jaden Daniels. That probably still is the NFL player, though. I mean, NBA player. Common name, apparently. All right, so Washington, we go in there, we win 4-3. Next week at Arizona, I think Arizona is also going to probably be a little bit better than other people thought. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be a dog. Kyler Murray coming back again. I got both of them in fantasy. We'll talk about that too. But Bears lose, I think, to Arizona. We're at 4-4. Sad times. Next weekend after that, we go into New England. New England's probably going to not be New England comes to us. I don't think they're going to be too great. By then, week 10, I'm assuming Drake May, if he's not already starting, is going to be starting at some point by then. I think we win. We're at 5-4 now. So let me double check, make sure I got that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 5-4, New England. Then in the big game for Caleb Williams, Green Bay Packers coming into Chicago. Bears are 5-4. I think the Packers catch us when we're at home. I think that's a tough one. I know I said week 1 there's less pressure because Caleb's at home. I think that first game against the Packers at home after all this time, I think it's a little bit tougher for him to catch him slipping there. So I think Packers take us out. Then we kind of start off that starts off the division right there. Next week after that, Minnesota comes in. I think we beat Minnesota. We're 6-5. Then we go at Detroit. I'm going to say we actually get the W at Detroit. Kind of an upset statement game for the Bears. They go to 2 games above 500. Then they have to go at San Francisco. So I definitely think that's a letdown game. We lose to the Niners. Then after that, we go to Minnesota. And I'm going to say, man, can we sweep Minnesota? This is where it gets hard. This is what is this, a Monday night game? Yeah, I think Caleb goes out, gets the W Monday night, the revenge Monday night game after losing the Sunday night first game against primetime game, I should say, against the Texans. He comes out, gets that revenge. So after 14 games, we're 8-6, a little bit optimistic, but kind of realistic. So we go versus Detroit. What did I say that we did? We lose at Detroit or we won? Damn, I forgot already. 7-6. 11-5. Damn, Daniel. All right, so let's see. Win at Tennessee. Lose Houston. 2-2. 3-3. 4-4. 5-5. 6-5. 7-5. All right, yeah, then Detroit comes to Chicago. I think we actually lose that game. Detroit's really good. Revenge. Then we beat Seattle. That's week 17. So now we're 9-7. Heading into at Green Bay to close the season. And I think that is going to be the game. Final game of the regular season. I got us at 9-7 going into Green Bay. Caleb Williams statement game to open up his rookie year, open up his career with the Bears. I think he goes on the road week 18 against the Packers and upsets the Packers, beats them in Lambeau Field, and kind of just puts the Bears into this next era of Chicago Bears football. So my prediction for the Chicago Bears, I think they're going to go 10-7. I think that probably gets them second place in the NFC North, and we make the division as a not the division. So I think we go. Damn, let me start that over. That was fugazi, boy. So my prediction for the Bears, we're going to go 10-7, probably second place in the NFC North, make the playoffs as a wild card. I think week 18, Caleb Williams goes into Green Bay, has a big win, kind of starts his era off in Chicago with a bang taking us into the playoffs, starts off this kind of a whole new era for Chicago Bears football. I'm excited for this year. Let me know what you think about the record. Let me know what you think about the Bears, Caleb Williams. Are you as excited as I am? I think this guy might be the truth, might be what Bears fans have been waiting for. And it's going to be easy, but he's probably going to take down a ton of rookie records this year. So keep your TVs on, stay locked in. We're going to have everything Bears all season long, y'all. I'm pumped. Let's go. 10-7, bro. It's going to be crazy. All right. And damn, 45 minutes in. Got it. All right, y'all. Last thing I'm going to talk about, just for some fun, fantasy football. I'm in 3 leagues this year, 2 on ESPN, 1 for work, 1 for the boys that we've been having the league for a minute. I'm also in 1 with the family, Yahoo, but probably going to just focus more on my ESPN league, FANTA-CEE-DEEZ-NUTS. We're going into like our 6th year this year. Things are getting better. Just had our first in-person draft. Let's see what you guys think about my roster, though. So I'm the Googinator, this cool guy. Last year, I finished in 3rd, just to give you guys a little bit of idea. I think I was 7-7 in the regular season. And our league, it's an 8-man league. Last year was half-point PPR. I think this year is full-point PPR. But it's only 8-man, just some of me and my friends I grew up with. So our teams are pretty much stacked. You got to watch the waiver wire. Hope nobody gets hurt. But here's the team right here. We got Kyler Murray at quarterback, Rashad White, Alvin Kamara, Tyreek Hill, Puka Nacua, Mark Andrews, Marvin Harrison, Debo Samuel, Cleveland Browns defense, Deontay Bryan. Come on, bro. This is a whip. This is a brick. I don't even understand how they let me get away with the team, y'all. I think this might be the season. And I'm saying this now, so we're going to have to come back and check it. And I have to admit it, guys. I've gotten last 2 times in the last like 5 years or something like that. I'm not proud of it. A couple of times was due to injury. Another time I just had that worse luck where every time I'd pick someone to sit, they played great. The other guy that I put in played like shit. But that's fantasy, guys. You know, it is what it is. But this year, I'm feeling different. I'm feeling like things are moving a little different. I don't know why. I'm just all in right now at this point. And matchup this week, big matchup of the week, the Googinators, myself, hosting, I think he got, no, not last year. He actually didn't place anywhere, but Matt, champion 2 years ago, FANTA-CEE-DEEZ-NUTS. He's leading the league and seeing nuts, apparently. And, you know, we're looking at the stats here. You can't always go on the projections, but obviously there's no game yet. So you gotta do something. You got to get excited somewhere. And who's playing Thursday? Does he have anybody? So Matt has nobody from, no games Thursday. I got Mark Andrews going Thursday. So a little bit of action. Who knows what he'll do? Projected 13. That's being pretty nice. Let's see. Should I just start? I don't even have another tight end. No reason. No reason, boy. We good. We good over here. We good over here. Stroud, Murray. At Indy, though, I feel like Kyler's got the advantage. I don't know. I get it that Stroud's a dog, but at Indy's got, that's a division game. Arizona at Buffalo. Buffalo, brand new defense. I don't know if I'm giving the check mark. Bijan, definitely going to be a dog. But Rashad White, boy. But at Pitts, man, these are, it's going to be solid. This is going to be a good matchup. This is always a good league, and I hate when this happens because I got Drake London in my other league. So, you like rooting against him, but you're rooting for him. Hopefully, he can offset. And those of you guys wondering, Tyreek was my first pick, then Puka. I feel like it's a little squad over here. A little squad. Only good thing going for Matt that's a little bit of a X factor is Jamar Chase has not played or practiced at all because of contract stuff. So T. Higgins probably going to get a ton of targets. And Joe Burrow's back and healthy. Joe Mixon, we'll see. He's always solid. And with that cast in Houston, he's probably going to have some running lanes. All right. It's going to be a game, though, man. Defending champ. Where is he at? No Cap hosting the nation. This is a rematch of last year's championship game. Dylan's team, I think, got graded like a D- or something. But he won last year, so can't say anything. Shout out to No Cap. He did win the championship. So although he was 5-9 heading into the playoffs, he did pull off a run. He did make a move all the way to the championship, and he beat Nate. And Nate, I know it stings, brother. I know it stings, but I'm going to keep y'all tuned in. Check out my Instagram. I'm going to post some stuff for fantasy this week, showing up some of that matchups. And just, let's get excited. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment. Help me grow the channel, guys. I'm almost at 60 subscribers. And I know that's nothing, but you got to start somewhere. Help me grow. You'll be here in the beginning. We'll watch this thing just blow up. But check in, like, comment, share, everything, bruh. Let's do it. Chicago Bears. Stand up, everybody. It's going to be a whole new era of Bears football coming. But thanks for checking out the episode. If you're still here right now, you're a real one. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know you made it this far. Stay breezy. Never easy. Deuces.